Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dylan back again with another DJI Mavic 2 Pro tutorial, and today I'm going to show you guys how it is absolutely unnecessary to have a DJI Mavic 2 Zoom to do the vertigo effect or the Dolly Zoom effect. Sorry, it took me a minute to remember what it's called. So vertigo effect, Dolly Zoom effect, basically the same exact thing. This is achieved on the Mavic 2 Zoom because we have a camera that has the capability to zoom in and out. As you know, with the Mavic 2 Pro, we don't have that capability, but that does not mean that you can't do the exact same effect with just a little bit of post editing in an editing software such as Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, Sony Vegas, list goes on. And I edit in Premiere Pro, so it's a bonus if you do too, because after we get done getting our couple clips for our Dolly Zoom / vertigo effect, we'll be going into Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'll show you guys how you can very quickly and easily get your Dolly Zoom / vertigo effect. And if you are in editing in Vegas or like Final Cut Pro or something else, you'll understand the technique if you have any editing experience at all. So without any further ado, we're going to hit record on our drone, and you can see what the drone's seeing here. We're going to launch it. And then guys, probably the most important thing when you're going to get your clips for your Dolly Zoom or vertigo effect, you want to have something that's pretty let's get in focus here. Something that's pretty predominant, something that's like this water tower that you're seeing here. And I'm going to go ahead and cruise over here to the right a little bit to where we can see the full text on the water tower. It's the small town that I'm in right now. Okay, so that looks good. And what you want to do is you either want to get a clip going towards something such as this water tower with your drone, like flying right at it, or flying away from it, directly away from it. We're going to do both. You do not have to do both, you just need one or the other, but I'm going to show you guys how it works in both cases. So I'm actually going to, I'm looking at the drone, and it looks a lot closer on the footage than we really are. And we're gonna stop about right there. And now I've already hit my record button, and then on the right stick on the controller, I'm just going to push straight back, and I'm gonna let this go for a good 10 to 15 seconds. So as you can see, we had the water tower pretty much in center frame, and we just hit record, nothing special, just getting a good clip, and we will call that good. And now, just to show you guys the other way, we're away from it, I wanna get it centered up, and I'm going to push up on the right stick and go right towards the water tower. And I'm watching my drone, I don't wanna get too close. Again, it looks a whole lot closer to it than it is in the footage. We'll call that good. And so now I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to fly the drone back home, land it, and then I will see you guys in our editing program, which I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay guys, so as you can see, we are here in Adobe Premiere Pro, and we have the clip right here that we recorded from our DJI Mavic 2 Pro. I'm going to drag it over here on the timeline, and I'm going to click keep existing settings. I've set up for a 1080 video, and of course I shot in 4K, so I need to click on this, and up here in the upper left where it says scale, I need to change this to just 50%. Now my whole entire 4K video has been scaled down, I guess you could say, to fit the 1080 frame. So anyways, we just want to go ahead, and in our timeline we want to scrub forward to the parts that we need to make this Dolly Zoom / vertigo effect. And so if you'll remember right, I kind of flew over, got centered up, then I flew towards the water tower. And the first clip that we want to do is we want to go away from it. So I'm going to just barely go forward in my timeline until I can see that we're starting to fly away. I'm just pushing on the right key right now. Okay, we can see we're starting to go away. So that's where I want to start it, is right here. And then I just push play, and as you can see, and it's a little shaky and laggy because we're not in real time here. I'm not going to pre-render it and all that. You guys have already seen the effect, but not at the very beginning of this video, but now I'm just showing you guys how we get to that point with editing, obviously. And so we want to wait till we stop. So we stopped about right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a cut there, and on Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'm on a Mac, it is Command K. And then we want to go ahead and get our next clip where we start flying towards it. So again, I'm just scrubbing forward in the timeline, wait until I start going forward, and it looks about right around in that point we're going forward. So I'm going to come over here, and then I'm going to advance it forward a little bit here in the timeline until we're about to the part where we want to stop. And let's see, that would probably be right around in here. We'll just call it good, right about there. Okay, so we now have two clips here, guys, that we got just a little bit ago at the park. We have the one where the drone right here is flying away from the water tower, and then we have this one where the drone's flying towards the water tower. So here is how you pull off this dolly zoom / vertigo effect without having a zoom camera. We're basically going to be doing a fake zoom, aka digital zoom. It's not an optical zoom like the actual camera on the DJI Mavic 2 zoom does, but we're just going to be kind of faking a zoom right here. So what we want to do is we got to think about it. Our drone is moving away from the water tower, so we need to make the camera basically zoom in. You do just the opposite with the camera that your drone's doing. So again, we're flying away from the water tower, so while we're flying away from the water tower, we need the camera zooming in. So in Adobe Premiere Pro, and again you can do this in Final Cut Pro and Sony Vegas and many other editing programs, and if you have any kind of editing knowledge at all, you'll understand what you need to do. So think about this. We're flying away, so we need to zoom in. So if we hit this little clock right here on scale, scaling is basically, so like if you'll see here we have 50%. Look what happens if I change that to 100. It zooms way in, right? So that's how we can digitally zoom in. So I know at 50% I'm zoomed all the way out, and then if I will get this right here and come clear to the end, I know that's the end. Right here we set a keyframe at 50, but when we moved it clear out to here at the end, we want that to be, let's do it at about 100. And then so basically what's going to happen is our drone's flying away, but while it's doing it, we're zooming in. So you can already kind of see how we're getting this dolly zoom / vertigo effect. And so you don't have to do it clear to 100. We could just make it 75. It's all just experimentational and to capture the look that you're going for. But I'm going to go ahead and just keep it at 100. And then I obviously rendered that out and I showed it to you guys at the beginning, and then I'll show both of these again after this is done. But then now you guys already know what I'm going to do. I'm sure you've already picking up on this. On this one, we are flying towards the water tower. So what we want to actually do is zoom out. This one we zoomed in with the camera. This one we want to zoom out. So let's get to the very first frame. Okay, we're there. Up here we got to tap the click this little clock icon, which will allow us to set keyframes. Now we are wanting to zoom out, which means we need to start zoomed in. So we're going to go ahead and go to 100, and then by the time it gets to the very end, it's going to zoom out to 50. So then you'll see you're getting the same vertigo looking effect in the background. I know it's hard to tell because this has to kind of pre-render, but then again, of course, you saw the two clips at the beginning, and I will show them to you right now after I get done doing my little spiel here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button, and while you're at it, might as well go ahead and subscribe, as I will continue to have more DJI Mavic 2 Pro videos upcoming in the future. Everyone have a great day. This is Dylan.